Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to congratulate my friend from Welland for his very thoughtful remarks and putting this controversy into the broader perspective that he did, reminding Canadians about why sometimes they don't have the highest regard for politicians who misspeak. And I think that's the word that the member from Mississauga-Streetsville used, which was misspeak. And I think you did a good job. The member did a very good job, Mr. Speaker, in explaining to Canadians the difference between inadvertently saying something that wasn't 100% accurate on the one hand, and on the other hand, saying on one day that you witnessed electoral fraud, repeating that a few days later, and then several weeks later when caught out, saying that in fact it never happened. That distinction, I thought, was well brought to our attention by the member and putting it in the broader context that he did. So my question to the member is, as someone who has been around this place much longer than a rookie member of Parliament like myself, would be what are the implications for allowing this conduct to stand without any retribution?
The honourable member for Welland.
I want to thank my colleague from Victoria, because I know his roots actually trace back to where I represent folks back in the Niagara Peninsula. So his roots actually come back from there. But we've allowed him to go to Victoria to represent the great folks out there. And let me just say, he's a great member, and I want to say to the folks of Victoria, they're lucky to have him, and I want to thank him for that opportunity. But getting to the question, clearly if we allow it to stand, that means all of us can stand in our place and misspeak, and then come back tomorrow and just say, oh, Mr. Speaker, by the way, I would like to correct my misstatement from yesterday, and I apologize to everyone in the House for it, and to all Canadians while I'm here. Thank you very much, and then we would leave. And then you, sir, would go, well, I guess that's what they want in the House, because that's how they dealt with it, so it doesn't matter what you say anymore. You're going to literally get up and say whatever you like. Truthful, anecdotal, not truthful, who cares? Just as long as you come back within a reasonable amount of time, a couple of weeks or a month, and say, sorry, didn't mean it, misspoke. I just misspoke. I really wanted not to misspeak, but somehow it happened to me. I got caught up in whatever winded conversation I was having, and I misspoke. If we get to that place, Mr. Speaker, that we all just misspeak, and that's what we call it, and we can apologize the next day, and I would never envy you sitting in the chair, sir, trying to referee that issue of who has misspoken today and who has not. We would be lined up on a million points of order, sir, saying to you, I'd like to retract my misspoken words from 2 weeks ago. The place wouldn't function anymore. Only our words are our bond, if you will, when we give them across the way in the sense of saying, this is what I believe and this is what I believe it to be true, the other side must accept the fact that it is, and as soon as they can't, then there is no longer the debate or dialogue in this House, and the system doesn't function appropriately anymore.